All right, this is Chaotic Crypto, where we defy tyranny. It is February 6th, 2024, and here we are. We're getting a little bit more of a bounce. I'm still on the impression that we're probably going to go down. Been saying that for a bit, and we are getting a little bit of bullish activity, and a lot of that has to do with China. Apparently, China has started printing a lot of money to basically save their stock market. They had a big stock market scare yesterday, and so they went into quantitative easing. And one thing with crypto you have to understand is just because of whatever the U.S. is doing does not mean the rest of the world is doing it. It's good to have a world perspective in crypto and Bitcoin because it's just so easy to get caught in our little bubbles. Being American citizens, we think we run the world and everything revolves around our stock market and our policies, and that's not true. China is a big one. Russia is a big one. India is going to be a big one. The rest of the world, honestly, there's a lot of money floating out there, and just to focus on our own stocks and stuff like that, it's problematic. You want to really look at the bigger picture of things, and because of that, I'm actually starting to. I don't doubt that we're going to still go down, but I'm wondering when we're going to go down. And into the halving, the next narrative is the halving. And that's going to be occurring sometime in April. Yeah, it's only like 6-8 weeks away. It's like no time at all. It's probably, I think, mid-April was what I've heard. A lot of times things will really rally around April Fool's Day. It's just a big thing. But, I'm prepared for a big fall down, down to the 30 to 35K region. But, again, we might not have it yet. It might happen after the halving. That'll be the next narrative for Bitcoin in particular. Then there's also Ethereum. What's going to run Ethereum? Apparently there are ETFs being proposed for Ethereum, and there's talk that they won't go through. They will go through. The SEC may not be able to do a whole lot, so we'll have to see about all that. But just looking at Bitcoin from what I've been looking at, we had a falling wedge here, and we broke out, and we're going back up to try to retest up above it. We had a falling wedge also down here before, and it actually rejected. So like something like that could happen too, and we just fall back down. It'd be pretty epic to probably fall down to like 30, 35K, and that would just be a mirror image of this. And then we'd fall back, come back up here. It's very speculative. I don't really know. I can't really tell you one way or another. But all I do know is that China is printing money. The U.S. is considering, definitely will be lowering rates by the end of the year because of the debt that we've accumulated. So there will be more money coming into the system. And when there's more money in the system, more inflation, assets will rise. That's just the fact of the matter. Generally, liquidity cycles are based on 4-year cycles, and Bitcoin's almost like it's almost built to help navigate those cycles as well as the political cycle. I mean, this year we're going to be, getting a new president or whatever, elections, whatever's going to happen. And there's usually in election cycles, they're going to try to make everything happy and great. Whoever's in office is going to want to spend a lot of money, make everyone happy. Whoever's running is going to try to spend everything like they're going to fix everything. So everyone's like kind of gets a little bit euphoric for the future. And in the meantime, money is being spent and inflation is happening and assets are going up. And so it's kind of like the beginning of the real bull market. And I imagine this bull market will go until 2025, somewhere in there. And then we'll probably have some kind of crash. I'm not sure how or when, but that's kind of what I'm thinking is going to happen. And yeah, so either we'll come back down, test this trend line, or we'll rise on up. But it could get kind of get ugly. It could, or we can go up. It could go up or it could go down. All I do know is that it's going to go up over time. Like I'm pretty confident. There was a few things that happened today. HBAR H bar made a big break out of its descending wedge, and like this is bullish. This is just the beginning right here. I mean, the target here is about 10 cents, and it'll probably carry on up to who knows how far it's going to go. But this is a bullish breakout, and that makes me pretty happy. I noticed there was a fair amount of breakouts. There was one bad one. Monero got, I think it's getting delisted off of Binance, and that's a privacy coin. Let's see if I have it. I thought I did have it on here. So XMR, I think it was. I don't have it on here, but it got hit pretty hard. Probably look crypto bubbles. Yeah, it got hit real tough. Real tough. I can't believe it got hit that hard just because one exchange delisted. And XMR, it can't be hacked. Like, it can't be tracked. Like, it's actually a pretty cool privacy coin. Apparently, there are governments that are actually trying to figure out a way to crack the code or whatnot. But just for one, I mean, it's a big exchange to delist for sure, but there's plenty of others. And, I don't know why it took such a huge plunge, but it is what it is. Let's see what else we got running here today. Lido, Pendle, some things I don't really know. Ethereum name service, stacks. Yeah, HBAR breaking out to me is a good sign. Raft probably broke out, obviously. Arbitrum, Tau. I don't know much about Tau. No, this is a bit denser. Never mind. I get confused. Yeah, that one's been rolling. It's just so expensive per coin that I don't really want to mess with it too much personally. I feel like I've already built my positions, but it's good to have an idea where your positions are and like figure out what your goals are and what your expectations are, and make a spreadsheet. Let's see if I found. Someone gave me a spreadsheet. Try to find one. I swear there was a spreadsheet that was. Is this it? Yeah, the No BS crypto sheets. I guess they took it to the private community, but it was a really good. It was a pretty nice piece of information, no doubt about that. That's too bad they moved it to the private community, though. I actually have it downloaded somewhere. Let's see. I might be able to find it. Did I download it? Let's see if I can find. It's this one, I think. There we go. Yeah. Well, thanks to No BS Crypto, I don't want to discredit him or anything like that, but he made a really good chart outlining, expectations. He did a prediction model. I mean, I think overall, like whatever coin you pick, as long as it's like top 20 or even top 100, you're probably going to get 10x, 5 to 10x minimally, unless something really bad happens. But you go further down the list of coins. I mean, you look at 25x's and 50x's. But you want to make, this is just what I would do. This is not personal. Well, it's personal advice maybe, but it's not financial advice. But what I've been doing over the last couple of years is like I make these spreadsheets. I make a list of my coins and what I paid for them and when do I expect to sell and what do I hope to sell them for? Like, what are your minimum outs and ins? Like, what you got to figure out. You got to have a plan. As some crypto YouTubers say, like, if you fail to plan, your plan is to fail, right? It's a big slogan. It's definitely true in crypto. I mean, I was kind of like in the end of last cycle, I was like really euphoric, and I was like really hoping that Bitcoin would go for 100K. Like, I had a number in my head, like how much money I wanted to walk away with, and it didn't get there. And I didn't even I took some profit, but really got so screwed on Celsius and Voyager that I kind of just like broke even. I mean, I did make money, but it was like, it wasn't enough to like cash out of it. Or I just rode the wave down. I don't plan on riding this wave down. I'm getting out. when things are starting to heat up, I'm going to be smart about it this time, and I'll try to give whatever input I can on what's going on with the markets. But I think ultimately we're at the beginning of a great time in crypto for the next year, possibly a year and a half. And whatever you have in the markets now should do pretty well, 5 to 10x. I think overall, I mean, like that's minimum because the total crypto market cap. The reason I say like 10x, we'll get there in a second. 5 to 10x. Let's see, total market cap, 1.61 trillion. I mean, I'm picturing the total market cap going to at least 7 trillion. Absolutely. I think I have some. Yeah, here's some of my targets. You know, 5,000%. Which one was? I'm pretty sure I already took these projections down, but let's see. Took it from the previous breakout. I consider this the breakout here. We got 700% here. Okay, so 700, 750, something like that. And that might be a little bit too ambitious. Well, we haven't gotten to the breakout zone yet. Let's see. Breakout zone, I would consider around 2 trillion, around that mark. Okay, so take that tool again. Yeah, the 2 trillion. I feel like that's probably 700%, 14 trillion. I would say 7 to 10 trillion. So that'd be giving you a 7 to 10x on whatever crypto you have to the top. But like many cryptos will do better and many will move around. Some will take other positions. I mean, the ones that are really making waves and there's like people are talking about them, right? Like Solana. Like there's a lot of problems today with Solana apparently, but it didn't even, the market brushed it off like I didn't care. And that tells me Solana's still pretty bullish. Like Atom, Atomic, the whole Cosmos ecosystem is doing really good. HBAR is, after listening to those interviews, HBAR is definitely a winner. Graph, yeah, I need to do a little more research on Graph, but I mean, I really, AI and metaverse tokens are going to be huge, and those so far have been the narrative. Polygon, I think, is going to be a big narrative too. I'm hopefully planning on taking my Celsius holdings and getting a lot of Polygon and Link as well. Where's Link in this whole thing? Here we go. Yeah, Link is up 18% on the week and it hit $20. I mean, its all-time high was $50, but it's just starting to really wake up. I'm thinking Link will go to $100, $200 possibly, which kills me because I had a ton of it on Celsius and Voyager, both of them actually. It looks like near, like so. What you want to do is like look at some of these that are they're down for the week, but things are looking a little bit better. So I'd be looking at near is juicy. Near made a pretty big move during the yeah. So coins that are waking up like this, looking at the larger charts, right? And it's just made a falling wedge. It's woken up. We know it's doing stuff. It has a pretty high likelihood of coming back to the all-time high. You gotta watch out for coins that are just kind of slowly dying. Like there is no, if they didn't make a good jump or some kind, if they didn't wake up during this last 3 or 4 months, it's a higher risk. I'm not saying they can't go up, but it's a higher risk for sure. So take that as you may. Let us see. Who else we got? Looking for the big render. Render's probably starting to get kind of juicy. It's ran pretty hard though. A cash network, I started stacking that, and that's going to be my other render play. Let's see what else we got. Kava, Arbitron, blah blah blah. Yeah. But yeah, just overall, American interest rates are going to be going down. That's going to free up liquidity or free up cash. Gas prices, I've noticed, are going down. China is inserting tons of liquidity. So there's going to be a lot of money floating around. China is huge into crypto, regardless of what they say. They say that they got rid of their crypto mining, but they actually just outsource their mining into other countries. They're still very much in the game, and they actually produce most of the miners, maybe even worldwide. Like they create them, they build the machines, and they ship them away, so they don't have to rely on. But anyway, the U.S. is like acting like they're anti-mining. Maybe they'll even move Bitcoin to proof of stake, and mining won't be a thing. But I doubt that. It looks like the altcoins are starting to wake up and get a little less. Yeah, we can still get a big scare. I mean, this could be just a big fake out thing. I'm just not convinced. Overall, I'm waiting on a bigger dip, and I want the fear and greed index to come down. We're in greed territory, 64. I want to see blood. I want to see some blood scare, and that's when I'm going to really get a little bit more serious about adding to the bags, right? But if we just go up to the halving and there'll be a sell the news event, I mean, it'll almost for sure be a sell the news event if we don't get a dip in the next month or two. So it'll be an April, May sell and May go away. So that might be the slogan. It's the stock market slogan, sell and May go away. There's a lot less volume during the summer in the stock markets. And then a lot of traders leave and they come back September, August, September, and trade the end of the year type of thing. Bitcoin dominance. I think Bitcoin dominance probably has topped out. It just seems really choppy and really it's going. I think a lot of the coins are probably going to be going into other projects like Ethereum. Man, Dow is just running hard. Man, Dow is ripping. It looks a little too aggressive to me. That's a little concerning, honestly. Let's see, NASDAQ. I don't know if I believe this rip. I don't live in NASDAQ. Where we at? What's NVIDIA doing? Ripping. Look at NVIDIA. This is on the daily chart. Let's take a look at the weekly. God. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What worries me on a weekly chart, this looks like Elliott wave pattern. We're going for the final wave. I mean, I guess this final wave could last a while, though. But whatever happens after this wave, we're probably going to see these prices again. And I'm looking at NVIDIA mainly because it's a large cap, NASDAQ, S&P. It's a tech stock. And it's probably pretty representative of the whole market. Let's just see. Oof. Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of room to roll on up to, for sure. That's just crazy. SPX. Yeah, I mean, if we wanted to take, so NASDAQ might be, the NVIDIA chart might be giving us a little bit of a a little bit of a taste of what's going to happen. Something like that, maybe. But after that, you're going to be looking at coming back down to these levels. So whatever the stock market's giving right now, it's probably going to be giving it back over the next couple of years. Like probably get really good positive information, positive price action, then back down. Speculative, but that seems more likely. Things are running and it doesn't make sense why. Check the news real quick. Dimension goes live. That's a new token. Airdrops 39 million DYM to Solana Ethereum users and more. I need to see if I actually qualify for that. And DYM to Solana Ethereum users across Solana. I need to figure out. Bitcoin surges above 43,000. Altcoin indicator has changed to green. Yeah, we're probably going to have an altcoin season, judging from the Bitcoin dominance. Altcoin indicator streak over. These Bitcoin spotty GFC first day with zero inflows. That's a little concerning. And there's Genesis also is similar to Grayscale, and they apparently have to sell or get rid of a lot of their shares of Grayscale, I believe. And that's going to cause some sell flow. So just be careful for the FUD or the FOMO. Dogecoin adoption accelerates the fastest pace ever. Yeah, I think Dogecoin's kind of here to stay, especially if Elon does something with it. Pepe ready to make a comeback. Pepe is stupid. Went to the Bitcoin conference. It's just stupid. But it was the thing that started the whole ordinal thing. I guess NFTs on Bitcoin, basically. Inflation is wrong. MicroStrategy now holds 190,000. Microsoft acquired blah blah blah. MicroStrategy. I don't know. I'm not seeing a whole lot else. I'm kind of parched. Maybe check in later this evening if I see anything crazy. Pith is definitely on a move. And I think if you missed the link train, Pith might be one to kind of take a look at. The problem is with Pith, it hasn't been around very long, and I just don't know. But I can see Pith possibly doing what Link did last cycle and going to like $25 to $50. So that'd be what's a 10x? A 10x is $4.80. If it goes to $20, I mean that Pith might be the move. Pith is basically the oracle of Solana. Solana, as we have seen, doesn't seem to be affected by the shakeout. Its chain got halted. It's happened many times, but it didn't seem to care. So, yeah, it's the oracle of Solana. It does what Link did. There's probably a lot of positive things to come. So, and there's also a lot of chains have a oracle. The other one for Cardano is Charlie 3. And that's like a little gem. I think that thing is going to run. Because I might have like a gem portfolio or a gem, kind of content. Like just the ones that really might go 100 or 200x or 500x, 1000x. But I don't know. Yeah. A lot of mine are pretty risky. Like Zilliqa, I mean, it's 15x to its all-time high, but I kind of think this thing might really start ripping this cycle if it can survive. And it's kind of like it's similar to me as Cardano last cycle. If it goes to like $1, and that's where I'm kind of seeing this thing go. It's a possibility. So just check it out. Anyway, I want to jump off here and get some dinner, but thanks for stopping by. Click the like, subscribe, leave a comment below, and we'll check back in later. All right, peace.